What's going on? I'm just getting on here because I'm just thinking about, I don't know, I just have a bunch of random shit I'm just thinking about. It's really weird. Um, for starters, I always think about when I was growing up and I would go to school, there was always like some drama going on. Because, it's high school, middle school, those years, it gets really crazy. And just to think about it, it's like, I don't know, I was definitely a tomboy growing up. I still am. That doesn't mean I don't like to try things. That doesn't mean I don't like to wear dresses or dress up sometimes or anything like that. It's just like I don't like doing that as much as your average, I guess, girly girl would like to get dressed up or whatever. Just not the average girl, I guess. Like some girls, they just like to dress up all the time. I'll dress up sometimes, whatever. But I just know when I was younger, like, yeah, if I was just wearing, the tomboy clothes, like, I guess the t-shirt, jeans, or a hoodie, and I was playing basketball, so I was wearing basketball shorts, like, to wear the sweatpants, I had the headband going, things of that sort. And then on top of that, I'm quiet, so it's not really, I don't know. It was weird because I guess since I was so quiet, that alone, it was easy to just make me a target off of that. So I was a target because Jesus Christ. So I was a target because I'm quiet. Target because tomboy, and I forgot to mention my feet are huge at this time, and then I'm skinny, so I have these long feet, and I'm skinny, so I look like an L. I guess you could say I was awkward looking, because that's what a lot of people said about me. They would say I'm awkward looking, and that would be a running joke, and a bunch of kids would call me anorexic even, and it was so messed up. Like, are you freaking kidding me right now? But I didn't like that at all. But that's no here or there. I just know, like, just glad I had parents that helped me out with that, because I was thinking, like, dang, I'm never gonna get a boyfriend or anything, because the kids would just make fun of me so bad to the point where they would say stuff like that, like, oh, you so ugly, that's why you ugly, this and that. Oh yeah, you ain't never gonna get a man, you ain't gonna get a boyfriend. Like, it's so cruel. Like, oh my God. Jesus. I remember one time when I was in class, like, the kids, they would go through, when you rate somebody 1 through 10, they would actually do that in class, like, all the time. And then they was going down the line, like, some girls, the boys were like, well, I give her an 8. Yeah, she an 8. She a 10. Oh yeah, this and that. And then they would get to me, and then I'm getting like 3s and 1s and all this stuff. I'm like, dang, are you freaking kidding me right now? Like, oh my God. I just remember how sad I used to be. I would come home crying, and I'm like, wow. Just wow. I would just be sad. Like, a 1? Really? A 1? Like, no. But and you remember one thing I know my parents told me. My dad just made it clear, like, that stuff's not really important. It's just a small part of your life. For some people, this is the highlight of their life. High school, middle school, things like that. And he definitely is right about that. He was right about that. And my mother, she would just tell me, try not to focus on the guys and stuff right now. That's not too important. Just focus on school. And she was like, that attention and everything you want, when you get older, you're gonna get to a point where you're not even it's gonna get on your nerves how much attention you get. And she just say stuff like that. She would say you're just gonna be so focused. You're gonna be doing different things. You're gonna have other stuff you're gonna be working on, whatever, that a guy having a boyfriend, like, that's just gonna come. And the attention that you will get, it's gonna get on your nerves. Like, you're not even gonna care for the attention. And she just made it clear, like, I know it's hard right now to see that. It's like, what are you talking about? Because looking at my mother, like, you know, my mother was like, you know, she was thicker, she had hips and stuff, you know, whatever. So I'm like, well, of course you're gonna say that, you know. That's just what I'm thinking. And I'm looking at myself and I'm like, well, did it skip? Did the genetics skip someone? Like, why am I so slim? Like, what's going on here? Like, I was just really skinny. I'm still slim now, but I do have more weight, more meat on my bones now than I did when I was a child. I was like in middle school, whatever. But yeah, she definitely had a point. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. When I would eventually, this thing is like distracting me because I can see it and it's like right there, you know, whatever. Anyways, the times that I would, you know, get dressed up, you know, my mother would do my hair up and my hair would be, you know, really long. Like, it was like go down here. It would go past my shoulder and touch, yeah, I think it would touch the middle of my back. Yeah, the middle of the back, if I understand correctly. But yeah, I would get dressed up. I'd put a dress on. You know, I would look, you know, I guess you could say cute, whatever. I got all dressed up. I had my hoop earrings. And then my mother's like looking all happy, like, oh my gosh, look at my daughter. Ah, and all this stuff. And actually, like, I like how I looked and everything. I was like, oh my goodness, I look so cool. Whoa, and things like that. And I would go to school, and sure, I did get compliments. Like, some people said they did like my hair and stuff, but then there were other kids, it's like they were upset that I was dressed up all of a sudden. Like, my hair was done, or if I had on like a nice dress or something, or a skirt, it was like some girls would act funny because of that. And then instead of me being made fun of because I look like a little boy, whatever, tomboy, oh yeah, you look like this and that, you ugly, whatever the hell. When I would get dressed up, I would get a completely different reaction. It would still be negative. Like, sure, it'd be positive from some people, like especially from the guys, because that was like important to me, I guess. But some girls, they would just be like, oh, so you think you cute? You think you doing something? Like, who do you think you are? You know, just like, what? It was just really weird when you just think about it now. And even as an adult, when you get in certain spaces, I think people think you're supposed to be a certain type of way in this box. That's exactly how you're supposed to be. You're not going to be anything else. And I think that's what, obviously my mother was helping me with that. Obviously, like, no, you know, I was playing basketball at the time, but my mother would be like, well, you don't just have to play basketball. Like, basketball is only a part of it. Like, you could do modeling, you could be like, you know, in the magazines, you know. I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool. My mother was like encouraging things like that. And yeah, I just know whenever I would get dressed up, put a dress on, it would just be a shock. Like, people just think I like to wear like masculine clothes or something. Like, I don't wear I wear baggy clothes. Like, in my job, oh yeah, I might look like a whole dude just because we have these like baggy pants that we wear that's a part of the uniform. But I just like to wear them all the time because they're comfortable. And I will literally have this hood on and I will wear this to work because it's just like, I just want to, and it's cold right now, so I just want to stay warm, whatever. And some people may mistake me for a dude just because of what I have on. But that doesn't mean I want to dress like that all the time. Like, I would have so many different wardrobes. There's other things. I do like to wear dresses. I was looking on this one website and I saw a few cool shirt dresses that I liked. But people just, they like to make their assumptions about me as usual. And then when I do get dressed up, it's like a shock. Like, what? And it's always back in, I'm thinking too much. Basically what I'm trying to say is when I was in school, or even when you're out of school and, I try to get dressed up and wear different things, you just get different reactions from people. Some people give you compliments, of course, and then you have people look at you like, well, you thought you was doing something? You thought you ate, sis? You thought you ate? Okay, let me stop. But, yeah, it's just always somebody, it's gonna always be somebody talking about you. Like, it don't matter if you're in school, and even when you get older, you become an adult, you get a job, there's always somebody talking about you. So it's just best not to really care and try to ignore it. And just, if you like yourself, love yourself, that stuff's not gonna really, it's not gonna bother you too much. So the older I got, I will say the less I care about certain things. Like, there's certain things I just don't care about as much as I did when I was a kid. So, I don't know. And to a certain point, my mother was right about the attention and stuff like that. Yeah, it can be annoying. And then, because you're so focused, it's like you're not even thinking about a relationship. You're just focused. You're not like, oh, I need a man. I need a man. Like, that's not how I was thinking. And plus, like, getting into adulthood, it was definitely a rough road. That was like the last thing on my mind. So yeah, even though of course people were wondering like, oh, well, you ain't looking for nobody, like, why? It's not on my mind right now. But thank you for letting me know. The relationship I'm in now, me and him just so happened to meet each other at a job. So yeah, that was just by a stroke of luck. I wasn't even, the fact that I got that job was just so random. I just needed a job. So, like, really, and I just so happened to meet him at this job, and then, friendship grew, and then eventually it turned into a relationship, whatever. And even with that, I was being kind of mean to him because I just didn't care. Like, he was giving me compliments and stuff. He was giving me compliments and things like that, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't know. I was just like, it really wasn't on my mind, like, at all. So, I don't know. That's just, anyways, I just thought about a million different things. I just know when you're like that tomboy, when you have tomboy image, whatever that is, when you have that and you just know you like to dress a certain way, and things like that, I just think when you do decide to wear something that's really girly, or I don't know, something different than what you usually wear at people just start, some people give you praise, and then you have people that kind of look at you and think something's funny. It's like, wow, you wore that? Like, it's like they don't expect you to do that or like those certain, things, certain, clothing. I just like to dress comfortably. Like, I just hate that it gets held against me sometimes. But it's just, I don't know, people are weird. People and their expectations. I just, yeah. That's just something random I was thinking about. That's pretty much it. I will say, what else that I'm leaving out? Okay, yeah, and then there was the whole assumption. People like to make assumptions about your preference, your sexual preference as well, because of of the stuff you wear. Sometimes, like, people will assume. Like, I'm pretty sure when I said I have a boyfriend, certain people were shocked to hear that. They probably assumed I had a girlfriend. which I think is so funny. But believe it or not, for girls, I guess it's like normal now. It's more normalized now than it was like years ago. So for a girl to be gay, that's like, well, I mean, good job, good for you, whatever. Guys have it harder, but yeah, that's just something I was thinking about. And people just like to make that assumption right off the bat. Not that there's nothing wrong with it, but it's like, so like, why do you just some people just put that on you like immediately? And it's just, and then you have the people that try to force it on you too, and it's like, whoa, calm down, okay? That's the lane you want to go down? Good for you. This is the lane I want to go down, another lane, you know, whatever. And yeah, and I think, I don't know, some people are weird. It's like, people just need to mind their business. Like, people just literally, and people need to stop being scared. Like, if you're really curious, just come up and ask a question. If it's that bad, just ask. It's just, people are so weird, man. But anyways, I just was thinking about this whole tomboy mess, and the fact that I think, and another thing I was thinking about, you know, I like to hang around the guys a lot. I would play basketball with the guys and all this stuff. And some girls, I guess, were kind of jealous of that, because it's kind of like they saw it as me getting attention from the guys, or they were just acting funny, even though I just genuinely just like playing with the guys. We're just playing basketball, whatever. Like, because some girls would come around the guys just because they just want attention. They're trying to talk to them and make one of them her boyfriend or something like that, which that would actually happen a lot. That's why, yeah, that would happen a lot. And people just thought it was funny, or I don't know. People just found it odd that I was just around the guys a lot, and that I can't just hang with the dudes. It's like I'm one of the guys, like, sometimes. Because it was cool. It was fun when I think about it. I used to hang at the table, at the lunch table with the guys as well. And we would talk about, you know, different things. And I don't know, it was fun. I thought it was pretty cool. And I just like playing against them. You know, it would get rough. Sometimes I would get knocked on the ground and things like that would happen. But I was just having a lot of fun. But it's just, some of the girls are just like, even from then up to now, it's like, it's just a lot of cattiness and jealousy and passive aggressive behavior. Things like that always happens. There's always some, and jealous for what? Like, who the hell am I? You know, that's just how I would think of myself. It's not good to think like that, but that's just how I would think, you know. But whatever, it's just something I'm thinking about. Some random shit, whatever. Bye.